Poochum, where are you going? Do you sense anyone?
On February 26, 2023, Isabelle Paige uploaded a new part of her journey to YouTube. Known for her honest storytelling, Isabelle often shares both the beauty and hardship of traveling full-time. This time, she and her partner Logan arrived in Costa Rica, a place of dense jungle, heavy humidity, and uneasy nights. The video was titled, "Why Was I So Scared?" And from the beginning, fear already seemed present throughout the trip.
Last night was really rough. We were up all night trying to get the mosquitoes. Apparently we didn't get all of them because my face has a lot of bites on them.
We got probably like 30.
We probably killed like 30 mosquitoes. There was so many in our little like teepee thing. We're off to get a coffee this morning. We decided to take an alternative route.
Their time in Costa Rica started with discomfort. On the first night inside a small canvas tent, the heat felt overwhelming. Mosquitoes filled the tent, keeping them awake through the night. Isabelle later counted more than 30 bites on her face. They tried killing as many insects as possible, but the buzzing continued, leaving her exhausted and already questioning the trip.
We were both feeling very excited to go somewhere new, and after a long hike out of there and a very long and crowded bus ride, we made it to the airport.
That bus ride, we were taking a chance too because we didn't know if this was the right station. We're trying to get 3 hours south.
About 30 minutes.
Yeah, we slept like 30 minutes last night. I'm exhausted. I had a meltdown at the bus station earlier, crying on the side of the highway.
After 14 hours and 3 different flights and then a 7-hour bus ride, lugging all our things around, it can sometimes make me question whether the benefit of traveling outweighs the struggle. But after what felt like forever, we finally made it to the jungle.
The next morning offered little improvement. Wanting to continue south, they boarded an overcrowded bus. Passengers were packed tightly together with some hanging from the back while the bus pushed through the streets. For Isabelle, who had barely slept, the ride felt unbearable. The heat noise and long hours eventually overwhelmed her. At the station, she sat crying near the highway, uncertain whether continuing was worth it. The worst moment came later that night.
Before I left for this trip, I was feeling, I don't know why, like so much stress about like kind of dumb things, and I think it was all rooting from being scared to like change my life or like change my routine or get out of my comfort zone, I guess. And I feel like this trip so far has really challenged that and like really helped me to be less scared. Do you think that's done that for you?
I was I was so unnecessarily afraid of a lot of things before this.
I know.
I was afraid to oh, don't.
There has been so many moments throughout the past like month where he said, "Oh, I'm about to die right now."
Oh, there were so many times I was certain.
You were certain.
I was like, I'm dead, and so are you. And
Paleo?
Paleo.
I had an allergic reaction to something, and Logan seriously thought I was about to die.
I was so certain, yeah, because she had like her chest was breaking out and everything.
I was throwing up, and Logan was crying. And
of course, I was crying. I thought you were dead. I was like, oh, you're for sure dead, and this is the end.
We were really far from anything, and like it was the middle of the night, and
that was the worst day maybe ever.
Isabelle experienced a sudden allergic reaction. Rashes spread across her chest, nausea hit hard, and she began vomiting repeatedly. Deep in the jungle, far from medical help, Logan believed she might not make it through the night. For both of them, it became one of the most frightening experiences they had ever faced. Traveling through Costa Rica continued to be difficult. Remote dirt roads left them stranded while waiting for a taxi that never arrived. After standing nearly an hour in intense heat, they started walking toward town carrying all their belongings, unsure if anyone would pass. Eventually, a family from San Diego drove by and offered them a ride. Later, the journey led toward the coast. A water taxi carried them through winding river channels before reaching the ocean. Eventually, they arrived at Drake Bay, a small village in southern Costa Rica that could mostly be reached only by boat. Even during the hardships, Isabelle still found small moments of joy. She tasted mangoes sweeter than anything she expected. She learned how to cook plantains for the first time. Local markets sold vegetables she had not seen since living in Hawaii, along with avocados she described as the best she had ever eaten. Still beneath those moments remained exhaustion, homesickness, and a fear she admitted she could not fully explain. Viewers quickly noticed how vulnerable Isabelle appeared throughout the video. Many said missing family felt natural, while others questioned why the fear seemed so intense. Logan's reaction during Isabelle's illness also stood out to viewers, making some wonder whether it was only panic or something deeper caused by the isolation of the jungle. The experience tested both of them, but it may also have exposed how fragile people become when far from safety. Even Isabelle admitted she did not completely understand why the fear felt so overwhelming. Was it simply exhaustion, uncertainty, and homesickness, or was the jungle itself intensifying every weakness around them? Why was she so afraid, and could that fear have been the reason she stayed alive? Offmore Woodland, an area surrounded by local legends and repeated reports of strange activity, serves as the setting for this investigation. The footage was recorded on a cold evening as the host arrives shortly before dark, explaining that people nearby have long reported unexplained voices, sudden cold spots, unusual lights, and the constant feeling of being watched. Planning to remain until after 8:30 p.m. when the forest becomes fully dark, he begins organizing his equipment, K2 meters motion-triggered lights in a spirit box.
Welcome back everybody to Black Country Ghost Hunters. We're at a location today called Offmore Woodland, which has gained a reputation for supernatural activity. Many strange things have been spotted by locals, various other people which I've spoken to. I'm actually going to wait until 8:30 p.m. where it goes much more darker, but until then I'm going to relax and sip my coffee. If any spirit is present with me, can you come forward and communicate by putting various things on my devices? I have lights placed around. You can communicate with those or put words on my spirit box. Where are we? Woods. Sure, that said woods. Yeah, we're in Woodland.
Speaking to the camera, he explains that he intends to wait, observe, and see whether anything reacts to the devices placed around the clearing. The investigation begins quietly with the host alone, but tension rises quickly. Almost immediately, the K2 meter shows activity flashing repeatedly in response to questions. The investigator asks for stronger reactions, and the lights continue responding. That early interaction immediately changes the atmosphere. As he walks deeper into the woods, faint whispers and unclear murmuring can be heard through the audio. The spirit box produces fragmented words that increase the unease.
Can you make noises around me, like you was doing? For your vlog? Let me replay. It said, for your vlog. We are going to walk around Offmore Woodland, going various places. Grabbing my K2 meter. Let's go. Creepy part, we heard noises, great K2 responses, again strange words. Hello? Walking down, sounded like very faint mumbling. Just walking further down, finding places where we can conduct more ghost investigations. If any spirit is still present with us, can you please make yourself known?
The K2 meter keeps spiking at random intervals, while the recorder captures distant noises that sound like footsteps or movement in the brush. Later, faint lights become visible between the trees. The group follows the glow as it moves closer without any clear sound. They discuss whether it could be a cyclist or someone carrying a flashlight, but nobody answers when called out to.
Yeah, we keep seeing lights. Hello? Shut up. Where's the lights go? Hello? It's moving. It's coming towards us. It's coming towards us. Put the flash down, put the flash down. It's getting closer. Hello?
What's a bike, I think?
It could be a bike, yeah.
It's really bright now.
But did you not hear the weird noises?
Who's there? This is strange, guys.
I can hear voices.
Can you?
It got closer. And I can hear voices.
Yeah, can still see faint lights.
Like that. What the flip is this? Hello?
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 It's much closer. What is that? We can't lose track of this.
No, definitely not.
The lights approach, then slowly drift away, leaving the group unsettled. Tension grows as flashlights sweep through the woods without revealing anyone. As they continue, a distant scream echoes through the forest before everything suddenly falls silent. The group eventually reaches the remains of an old church and nearby graveyard, an area with no parked vehicles and no sign of other people. One investigator reports seeing something move past quickly, while another describes a sudden drop in temperature. Flashlights scan the graves and ruined stonework, but no clear evidence appears. Throughout the rest of the investigation, the team records knocks, rustling sounds, and distorted voices, while the equipment continues showing occasional activity. Feeling increasingly uneasy and watched.
Who did we hear screaming? Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, stay where we are, stay where we are. That's great paranormal. What the f***? It's getting ripped. What? I think we need to grab, one of us go and grab a bit of equipment, gather it all up, and then we go. And then we get ready to go. We've got to go through the church, our man, as well. Yeah, no cars are parked. Yeah, nobody around. No cars parked. You tell me where those noises were coming from. Look.
Oh, this is a graveyard.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
hell
makes it
no.
even more creepy.
Hell no.
They decide to leave the area. Before ending the investigation, the host says he plans to return later, possibly with another team member for a second visit. He also asks viewers whether the events seemed paranormal or could be explained naturally. The repeated K2 activity and timing of the lights suggest a possible pattern rather than random interference, although natural explanations such as wildlife, distant vehicles, or environmental electrical changes could also affect the equipment. The fragmented spirit box responses remain difficult to confirm, since background noise and audio pareidolia can create words that seem meaningful. The approaching lights without clear sound remain one of the stranger moments, with possible explanations ranging from distant flashlights or bicycles hidden by terrain to reflections or visual distortions. The ruined church and graveyard also naturally increase tension, which can affect perception and make normal sounds feel threatening. Was this only a series of ordinary events made more unsettling by the location and atmosphere, or did the team capture something harder to explain? Which moment stood out most to you? K2 responses, the spirit box voices, the moving lights, or the distant scream? This footage comes from the YouTube channel Tim Maroof, created by a Russian explorer known for visiting unusual places and documenting strange experiences. His videos focus on investigating the unknown and searching for explanations behind mysterious events. In this particular upload, what starts as a simple overnight trip slowly develops into a tense and unpredictable camping encounter deep inside a forest surrounded by disturbing local legends. Tim travels into a forest that many locals believe hides a dark secret. According to stories from the region, a mysterious sorcerer is said to live somewhere deep within the woods. Some believe this figure protects people from unseen creatures, while others fear he may actually be connected to the horrors rumored to exist there. The legend has circulated for years, and most people avoid the forest, especially after sunset. But motivated by curiosity, Tim decides to spend the night there. On July 16, 2023, as evening begins to fall, Tim arrives at the forest entrance with his loyal dog, Kusham. Together, they search for a suitable campsite. At first, everything feels normal. The trees sway lightly in the wind, and birds can still be heard somewhere above the canopy. But despite the peaceful atmosphere, Tim feels uneasy. After setting up camp,
Move away.
he begins trying to relax. He eats a quick meal and listens to the sounds of the forest around him. As darkness approaches, he chooses not to light a fire in order to avoid drawing attention. If something is moving through the woods, he does not want it noticing him. Soon the forest is completely dark and the silence becomes heavy. Just as Tim prepares to enter the tent, Kusham suddenly reacts. His posture stiffens, his ears rise, and his attention locks onto something far away. Moments later, he begins barking. Tim immediately senses something is wrong. The dog's behavior feels unusually intense, sending a chill through him. He listens carefully, but the woods remain silent. As the barking becomes more aggressive, Tim steps outside and scans the darkness. Nothing appears unusual, yet Kusham continues reacting to something unseen. The silence of the forest only makes the situation feel more disturbing.
Kuchum, where are you going? Do you sense anyone? Is there a what here?
Trusting his instincts, Tim uses a thermal camera to search the area, hoping to detect anything hidden nearby. Later, exhausted from the stress, he returns to the tent. Kusham remains restless before eventually lying down, still reacting to every sound. Tim leaves the camera recording through the night. Hours pass quietly until Kusham suddenly starts barking again. At first, Tim assumes another animal has wandered nearby and waits for it to pass. But this time, the situation feels different.
Chew what?
A few minutes later, the barking stops, and Kusham does not return. Worried, Tim steps outside, but the dog is gone. He waits, hoping his companion will come back, but minutes slowly become hours with no sign of him. Unsure what else to do, Tim lights a fire, hoping the glow might guide the dog back to camp.
What? I don't know what to do. It's been 2 hours already. I've been calling my Kuchu. He doesn't come. I hope nothing bad happened and he just chased some animal or just went for a walk. Kuchu.
He waits through the night, but even by morning, Kusham is still missing. Deeply concerned now, Tim faces a difficult choice: stay at camp or begin searching. As food and water begin running low, He finally packs his gear, still hoping the dog may suddenly reappear. When that never happens, he heads deeper into the forest, calling out while searching for any sign of him. The video ends abruptly, leaving viewers uncertain about what happened afterward. Fortunately, a later update revealed that Kushum was eventually found alive and safe, and the two were reunited. Sometimes everything feels normal until small warning signs begin stacking together. It could mean nothing, but maybe not. If you were in that situation, would you continue deeper into the woods or leave before something followed you further into the dark? A camping encounter often begins when everything feels completely normal. In this video, a couple experiences a night that slowly becomes unsettling. Omar is a vlogger who documents parts of his daily life, frequently appearing alongside his wife in his videos. For his birthday, she surprised him with an overnight stay in a treehouse, something he had wanted to try for a long time. After arriving, they drove along isolated dirt roads late at night. Eventually, they reached a crate marking the location where they were supposed to leave their vehicle. Right away, the area felt strange and uncomfortable. They were told to walk behind the crate and follow a narrow trail marked by 2 mushrooms leading deeper into the property. As they continued, the surroundings became darker and more remote. Thick forest surrounded them, visibility dropped, and before long, they began hearing unusual sounds coming from different directions. The noises may have come from an animal moving through the brush, but there were no visible signs of movement, making the situation feel far more unsettling.
Today happens to be my 43rd birthday, and she wanted to surprise me. It's always been a dream of mine to stay in a treehouse, one of Shelly's dreams too. We've never done it before. Upon arrival, we're going through these really creepy dirt roads in the middle of the night, and then we come across this crate.
This is where we were supposed to park, at this crate.
It was pretty shady. I was like, am I gonna get murdered on my birthday? We were walking, and I'm like, oh my God, what is going on?
Pitch black. It was
so dark. We kept hearing noises all around us. In fact, I'm gonna play for you a clip of us hearing some creepy things. I don't know, you let me know what you think. It's out there. Oh! What is it?
Do you see anything?
I don't know. Maybe it's a bear.
I hope it's not a bear. I'll be running up those stairs. God, it's so creepy because I can hear noises all...
It's loud. It's getting closer.
I know.
Oh my God.
We're literally...
Hello?
It's... Babe.
Whatever it is not afraid of us. Oh my God!
But you hear it. It's still something there.
What if it's some... Oh, I'll get on this chair.
Be careful, that might break.
Okay.
Step on the metal of that.
It's getting closer and closer, whatever it is. It's like I hear it, but I don't see it. It's a lot closer now.
God, that is so freaking creepy.
Shine your phone over there.
Oh, God.
It's getting closer and closer.
Hello?
That?
Oh, God, babe. What if it's a bear?
Then we
Run like hell?
get up there in our treehouse.
Oh, my God.
It's like right there.
Babe, you're not gonna... You're gonna
Is that
fall
it
in
right
the
there?
fire. Huh? You're gonna fall in the fire if you... Shit. If you, like, get scared.
It's right there. But I don't see it. I hear it, but I don't see it.
I'm trying to shine my light.
It's like, it's right there.
I know, it's...
Without being able to see what caused the sounds, the atmosphere became increasingly uncomfortable. In the end, nothing dangerous happened, and neither of them was harmed. Still, the strange noises stayed with them, leaving behind the uneasy feeling that something may have been watching from the dense woods nearby. Sometimes sounds in the dark have simple explanations, but when nothing can be seen, it feels very different. Maybe it was harmless, but if you had been there, would you stay to find out or leave before whatever made the noise moved closer? On October 5th, 2025, a solo camper sets up along exposed cliffs as Storm Amy moves closer. The footage comes from Happy Little Camper, a channel centered around quiet, minimalist, wild camping. With very little cover, nearby conditions quickly begin feeling unstable. He chooses a campsite on open high ground near the cliff edge, protected only by a small patch of hawthorn bushes. The area provides almost no shelter, and strong winds move across the landscape without resistance. As the storm strengthens, he begins setting up camp while rain and heavy gusts make simple tasks harder to manage. Once the shelter is secure, he prepares food in worsening weather, where cold air and constant wind turn cooking into a slow and careful process. As night arrives, the storm grows stronger. Around 1 a.m., steady winds and powerful gusts make real sleep nearly impossible. The shelter shakes continuously while the sound of wind fills the entire area. By 4 a.m., wind speeds rise again, pushing the setup near its limit. Realizing the situation is becoming more dangerous, he packs up and leaves before the conditions become worse. Viewers later noted that the real danger was not the rain, but the unstable trees nearby during high winds. At what point does endurance stop being resilience and become a failure to recognize increasing risk? On July 5th, 2023, the YouTube channel Moto Mills, known for filming real dirt bike riding and crashes, captured a moment that brought an entire track to a stop. A rider approaches a jump at high speed, focused on the line ahead. After clearing the landing, something below immediately seems wrong. Two people are lying on the ground where the track should have been clear. He lands, slows down, and quickly turns back.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Hey, wait. He's just knocked out. Okay, tilt his head up. Tilt his head up. He'll come. He's just knocked out. He's still breathing. He's still breathing. Is he breathing? Yeah, he's breathing. Okay. Just relax. Okay.
What's good?
Wait. All right. I'll be right back, all right? Okay?
All right.
I will.
Yo, you think you can get it? Tell him not to.
Jesus Christ, guys. Hey! Stop right there! Make sure nobody jumps!
One rider remains motionless. The other attempts to wake him, but gets no response. The situation is already critical, and time matters. The arriving rider takes over. His actions stay controlled and experienced. He checks for breathing, watches the chest carefully, and supports the injured rider's head. Around them, engines continue running. It is an extremely dangerous place for someone to be unconscious. Realizing how serious things are, he leaves to get medical assistance.
No, dude's like dying on the double. Straight up.
Where up?
Water truck jump.
Huh?
Water truck jump. He's bad. Dude is dying on the water truck jump.
He's dying?
Yeah, he's dying.
He's dying?
He's been out for like 3 minutes. He's barely breathing. Can we get somebody to the water truck jump?
Where is it?
Water truck jump. Big double.
The back?
The big double.
Somebody blocking there?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, you're alive. Thank God.
I think he's good. He just.
He wasn't good a minute ago.
Yeah.
When he returns, the injured rider slowly regains consciousness. His eyes open, but he still appears confused and disoriented.
Robert Central. This is his first time here.
Okay, what year is it?
¿Qué año es? ¿Qué año es? ¿Qué año es? ¿Ah?
Does he know his name?
¿Sabes qué es tu nombre? ¿Qué es? Dile.
Okay.
¿Está bien?
Can you move your legs? Both your legs?
He jumped. He didn't know that jump was right there.
Oh.
Huh? ¿Te vas a gustar?
Here, pick your head up.
Lift your head up, buddy.
Alright. Did both of his legs work?
¿Reciben las dos patas? ¿Ah? Ya. Tienes que levantarse, no te van a llevar al hospital. Tienes que levantarse, no te van a llevar al hospital.
Hey, man.
No podemos ir allá.
Hey, hold on. Yeah, how you doing?
Espera.
Don't stand up yet. Hold up.
All right. What happened? Was he unconscious?
Oh yeah, he was out for like 3 minutes.
For about 3 minutes? Okay. Hey, look at me.
Hey, mira.
No. Leave his neck down. Leave his neck down. Leave his neck alone, bro. Give him a second. Give him a minute. Just give him a minute.
Hey, no.
It's okay. Let him lay down, dude. Just relax. Relax.
Hey, you know where you are right now? Does he speak English? No. Don't even.
He's talking. He's talking.
He's
Yeah,
talking.
he's good.
He's good.
All right.
He said he just fell down. He just wants to lay down for a bit.
That's fine. That's
Okay.
fine.
Does he have any neck or back pain?
¿Te duele una parte de tu
Broke his
Collarbone.
So where is that? His pain in his shoulder right here? Is that the only pain he's having? Okay. All right. Can you feel this?
¿Sientes eso?
Yeah. All right. Push. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, squeeze
No,
my
I
hand.
jumped over him. I was like, there's a dead person on the ground.
Okay, good. Okay, awesome.
Looks like he came through here almost, right?
Yeah, you jumped through here.
Okay, ask him if he wants us to put him on a backboard, or does he feel like he can get up? And does he feel like he can sit up if we help him? Or does he want us to put him on a backboard?
¿O quieres que te levanten? He can get up.
Okay, is he ready?
¿Estás listo ahorita o quieres esperar?
Okay, somebody, all right, get on this. You get over here on this side. Just let him. He can speak. All right, so just reach up. All right, just right here. No, not all the way. Just sit up. Sit up, right? Yeah. Okay, sit here for a minute. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and stand him up. Are you okay? You ready? Help me stand him. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just stand up. Shoulder.
I'll just set him in the
Look at me.
side by side.
Look at me. Yeah, John. Yeah. Can you do this? Yeah, okay.
A good amount of time.
Okay, you want us to call him back?
Can I take him?
Yeah, let's put him up. Okay, where's his bike? Okay, is somebody here that can drive, take it back?
Let's go, John. Good job, buddy.
He is helped away from the track and later taken for further medical evaluation. The immediate danger is over, but only narrowly. Many viewers focused less on the crash itself and more on the moments afterward, especially the urgency to avoid outside assistance. Some believed fear, not injury, shaped the reaction, raising quiet questions about what truly influenced those decisions. If fear can overpower instinct and panic can outweigh safety, then what becomes more dangerous in moments like this, the crash itself or the decisions made afterward?